Hey everyone, welcome back to the Expat Brat podcast. It's Salman Qureshi, and we're frying in this heat. Well, not me so much. I live in the Middle East where every house is essentially air conditioned, right? Like you've got AC built in. It's part of our culture. Like I don't go to sleep. People don't go to sleep here without having their AC on, even when the weather outside is nice, because we're so used to freezing ourselves up and having a blanket on top to make ourselves comfortable. I don't understand why we do that or the way we do that, but that's the way we roll, people. You know, it was so it's so easy and cheap here that back when I was growing up in Saudi, there was this expat compound called Saudi City, right? And all the employees that worked for the Saudi Airlines lived there. For well, most of them, and it was a different town in there as opposed to the rest of Saudi because you could walk around without having to cover up, like for the women, like the abaya. Some of the girls I know would drive within the compound, so it had slightly more freedom inside in that place. It was like the place. As a kid, I just wanted to go there and live there. If I could make my dad join the airlines just so our family could move in there, I would have done it. All right. So it was the place you wanted to be. It was nirvana for us when I think about it. And to have friends in there, I'm not sure if I was friends with those people because I liked them, or there was a tiny bit, maybe, just maybe, that because they lived in Saudi City, I wanted to hang out there, right? And so I loved going over. It was very different, but there's one thing about it that was crazy, and that was none of them paid the electricity bill. It was paid for by the airlines. That's how crazy and easy it was back in the 80s in terms of money in that country, and probably why they attracted expats in the first place. And so they would leave. I would hear this from everybody. They would just leave the AC on even when they went off for summer. It could be for a month, maybe 2 months. I don't know. But they would just go and leave everything switched on. All right. And I think some of us have to do it now in this country, regardless, because you can get mold and stuff. The heat really messes up housing and pipes and whatnot. So you hear about it, probably more shoddy construction in general out in this place as opposed to before. But back then, they deliberately leave it on because they didn't have to pay for it. It was just like a big, well, I'm going to do it. All right. It's just because I can and I don't have to pay for it. Who says crime has to pay? Right. So that was that was the crazy thing about that place. But I think most of us growing up in the Middle East had that concept. I pay a lot more for my Diva bill, electricity, which is the local electricity municipality stuff. And I gotta admit, like, even I feel that, it's quite a lot. I think it has become quite on par, at least in Dubai with international places. They don't let you feel anymore like it's an oil-rich country, which is unfortunate. And I'm not used to it, taxes, higher bills. It's like I could live anywhere else in the world for if I have to do this now. But anyway, that's how we roll with the aircon. So even though it's hot outside, it's crazy. You adapt your lifestyle to it. Like everything here is done inside malls. You meet people inside. A lot of these outdoor places actually have tents for the summer now, and it's air conditioned. So, which I'm not sure why. I guess it's because they have more area to cover, allow more customers in. So they do that. A lot of these shisha places in Dubai, that pipe smoke and stuff we do out here, they'll have these kind of tents that are air conditioned. The good ones are so well ventilated, and I think it's because of law that they just kind of you don't really feel like you're indoors in that. Like it's not stuffy or you're coughing your lungs out, which you are anyway because you're smoking that thing up. Green apple. Give me some green apple. That's a big favorite here. And then they'll smoke it up, and then they wonder why cancer is a big thing. It's smoking is such another big part of the Middle East. It's crazy, and I think it's because for the longest of time, cigarettes were so cheap. When I was growing up, it was $1 for a pack, the equivalent of $1 for a Marlboro. Did I say it right? I can't. I always get that name. It's hard for me to pronounce. Marlboro. If you say it fast, it sounds quick, easier, right? Marlboro Reds. They cost 4 reals, 4 dirhams, which is about a little slightly more than $1, right? And so why not? Everybody could afford it. You just did it. No one cared about people telling you it was bad for you. You'd hear about it, but yeah, it was a cool thing to do back then as well, right? So everybody smoked, and then it becomes a lifelong habit. And so cigarettes are just a huge part of this place. My first job, not my first job actually, sorry. I worked in a bank for a while, and I started smoking at that time because I know you've watched this on a Friends episode, but it was real for me. A lot of the people would go downstairs, have a chat, and then go up and they'd have, decided on things. And I was like, oh no, I can't be like left out of this. So I started smoking to hang out with people. It was also a nice way to like network, because everybody hung out, right? So your senior leaders and managers and stuff, and you wanted to feel kind of part of it. You didn't want to be left out, so you smoked. That's why I smoked a lot, and thankfully I left the corporate world. But it has an effect on you for some reason. For some reason, I don't know why, what it is, but if you work for a corporate 9 to 5, it just somehow you just want to smoke. Maybe it's just giving up on life or something, and you're just like, just kill me now. All right, kill me now. But if not, then I'll just do it slowly with these cigarettes. I'll just puff on these over and over again, spend all my finances on it because it's expensive now, and also just torture myself to that. That's how messed that's how terrible it is for people that they're doing that to themselves, okay? So it's hot, all right? It's just, this heat, man. I'm like sitting indoors in air condition and I can feel the heat on me. Like, it's just, that's how bad this place is. The other way you get fooled in this city is a lot of the glass, obviously in buildings and offices, are tinted, right? So you sit in and you're cooling off in this nice AC. They're on full blast everywhere. And you forget. You look outside and you feel like it's great weather outside. And then for 5 seconds, because everything else is just frozen indoors, you walk out for 5 seconds. It's like, it's amazing. It's like this nice little bask of sunlight on your skin and you feel great. And then 5 seconds later, you're frying and you're like, save me. Like you run indoors or something. Like a zombie attacked you or something, So it's good that those 5 seconds are probably the best 5 seconds of your life, okay? Come down and experience it. It's such a unique experience. Anyway, for those of you watching me on the video clips, I look like I just stepped out of Miami Vice. I know you've been probably wondering why I'm wearing shades at home while podcasting. It's the latest trend. I'm trying to start something here. No, I've got LASIK done. All right, so none of these glasses stuff, none of this crap. I can walk around, not worry about my kid pulling my glasses off, or if I've forgotten it, and then driving and going, oh no, I don't have my glasses. I gotta drive without it, and then there's like a little bump, and you're like, I hope it wasn't a person. It's just troublesome having to go over that again and again and reversing back, making sure they're dead, then getting rid of the body. It's just so, I can't do it anymore. I'm getting old for that, right? So even when I was growing up, I grew up in the 80s, and it was still an era where glasses weren't cool. I know they became cool, fashionable accessories because they improved. Back then, you got horrible glasses, man. Those plasticky types, transparent ones, which just made you look gender neutral, I guess. That's probably where the idea came from, okay? And in the language around it was like you nerds, fluoride, and so I got them when I was in the 2nd grade, and luckily 2 of the friends that I hung out with also got glasses. Like, it was a pure pleasure. I I know, you know that meme you get online about like, God, if you can't make me thin, make my friends fat. Well, I got it with glasses. And so the three of us would walk around and sing Three Blind Mice or something. One of our friends labeled ourselves that. Why would you do that, right? I don't think bullying was too bad in our school, but I felt uncool about it because in pop culture at that time, in movies and stuff, the kids with the glasses were always the losers. And so I grew up, I think that I always had a chip on my shoulder about it. And 10, 15 years ago, well, first of all, I remember the day I found out about LASIK surgery. It was one of my teachers. I can't remember which one. I think it was one of my physics or science teachers in school. And they told us about this incident, about this thing that comes out, and some football player, I think it was Russian, again, vague memories now, telling me that they had an accident, and then in their eyes, and they went in and they invented this thing, and blip blip, done. He walked out, his eyes safe and normal again, right? And that just, as a kid, I just blew my mind. I was like, I need some of that. I need some candy and I need some LASIK surgery. Those were my priorities. Couldn't get it as a kid. Didn't even know when it arrived in the Middle East. So I had to make do with contact lenses, which were, by the way, so freaking expensive, particularly for my eyes. I had stigmatism or whatever, so I had to have special contact lenses made. And I cried and whined with my mom till she got it for me. Poor man, my poor mom made her spend so much money on my contact lenses because I had a chip on my shoulder. And it's all your fault, people, for for making fun of a little kid with dreams in his eyes about which he couldn't see clearly because he wore glasses. All right. So then I grow up and I hear about LASIK a bit more and reminded of it. So 10, 15 years ago, I went and got myself checked. And the doctor at that time, I think the technology was not there. And he said, because I've got astigmatism, he said, it won't help you. So there's no point in doing it. And I was devastated. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to wear glasses my whole life. I don't always wear glasses around. I wear contact lenses, but sometimes I can bear with it. But my left eye, particularly, is like a lazy eye, right? It's like a teenager just kind of goes, hey, why do I got to do any work? I just want to sit back. I want to sit at home. I don't want to do nothing. That's my teenage left eye. And if you don't know what it basically means I'm kind of one-eyed in a way, but just like barely. I can see better with my right eye versus my left eye, and my right eye has become my dominant eye, so my left eye becomes more lazier. It's like a vicious circle. Okay, so got it done. I finally went. Right now there was like this price promotion offer going on at this local hospital, and I went, screw it, man, we're doing this. Got myself checked, went in and just got it done. It's a 10-minute thing. It's awesome. If you've got glasses, just go do this, man. I don't know why you're walking around half blind in this world. It's so great. Like the second it's over, you can see clearly. Yeah, I got to be careful for for about a week. That's why I've got the shades on. Which are only meant to be worn outdoors, not indoors. But I've got a kid as well, so I'm just worried he'll poke me in the eye and blind me. So, so I'm just being careful because of that. And no, but it's so easy. It's like a 10-minute process, like the actual operation. It's not. It's scarier when you read about it because, oh my God, the description is terrible. Like they stretch your eye out and they put something on it and there's a little pressure, blah 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 blah. Don't read up on it. Sometimes it helps to be ignorant. All right. In this case, it helps because I went in. I was a little scared because I had read up, but when you're actually going through it, what you realize is that you don't really realize what's happening. You don't know what's happening because you're just there. You're asked to look at this green light, which turns into lots of different colors for a while. I haven't done it, but if there was like an acid, if I knew this is how you are on acid, that's how I'd imagine it to be. And so it's just like a trippy little experience you have. And then you get up and the doctor, she was like, well, can you see? And I'm like, yeah, I can. That's it. That's it. Like, it's not like other surgeries. Like I had a knee surgery, like I've said before, and you take time to recover. You got to go into physio and you can't just walk once you've done your surgery. In this case, you pretty much can't. You can see immediately. and that's awesome. So I've become like a real what do you call it, like proponent of LASIK surgery. Go do it. If you're wearing glasses, just go do it. It's safe, it's easy, it's cheap now. Why put yourself through this whole weird stuff of needing something like glasses and stuff? Anyway, so there I am. I'm recovering now. Maybe in a week. Maybe in a week I'll be like, don't do LASIK, okay? It's mucked up my eyes. I gotta like I'm like, don't go anywhere near that hospital. Don't do LASIK. It's terrible for you. Who knows? Who knows? So maybe you might want to wait till my follow up episode if I'm still okay, because I don't know. What if I'm like, yeah, just don't do it. So yeah, wait it out a few days. I'll let you know if anything terrible has happened to me, and we'll see. Haha, pun intended. We'll see. We will see. All right, cool. What else is going on in my life right now? If this isn't enough, right? What do I got to do to entertain you people? I've had multiple surgeries done on myself. I have just, admitted to wasting electricity and adding to the global climate change problem around the world. What else do you want me to do? How honest do you want me to be about stuff? All right. What I'm struggling with is social media as a performer. This is a tough one. If you're young, you could kind of do the young people stuff, but I'm older, and so I'm doing some stuff on TikTok. You got to go check it out, right? And every time I do it, I'm like, I don't know, am I like one of those old people that young people are just looking at going, oh man, stop trying so hard. But I'm trying to do stuff that I enjoy and just have a little bit of fun online. That's basically the advice I get from my wife all the time about it. And I don't want to regret life, so I'm doing it. But at this particular age, you kind of struggle with what kind of content you want to create. You obviously, as a comedian, actor career, you kind of trying to make stuff that's there. I don't want to do like educational stuff on there, but you just like, what do you put up? So if you've got fun ideas or topics that you think this is the area you should be working on, I'd love to hear from you, because I don't know, why not, right? Like, let's outsource my thinking to my fans out there. Like, you guys do some stuff, man. Put in some effort, people. Put in some effort. I'm putting in my 2 bits. You guys got to do your bit, yeah. Yeah, I think that's about fair. I as it is, I grew up lazy because I've always had like people looking out for me at home. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but it's so dependent on help. If you're a kid who grew up in the Middle East, like I never made my bed or cooked anything till I ended up in the dorms. And I remember the first couple of days, I'm just like looking at my bed thinking, who's gonna make this bed? Who's gonna do the dishes and stuff, right? Like it was crazy. I was so proud of washing my own clothes, which essentially meant I just had to press the washing machine button on and off. But I just thought it was mind blowing that I did it myself. That's how pathetic I was when I went out into the world. Just because help is cheap here. And even now, we've got a family. She's like family, and we've got a nanny for our kid, and she helps out around the house as well. And I just, for a while we didn't have anyone, and now that she's part of our family, like I probably would be more devastated if she left me as opposed to my wife and kid. Like, you're just like, please, are you happy? Can I do anything for you? If you've got any problem, let me know, please. It's just, but it's also, man, you hear bad stories of some people like barging into families and just being terrible, and you're just lucky that you find someone who does feel like family. Gerald's really cool because she, that's her name if I haven't already said it. Gerald, she and Zayan get along. Like Zayan actually looks a lot like her family as well. So it's really funny. They're all attached to him, and it's really nice to see. And he really loves her. When he gives her hugs and stuff, I just melt in my heart and stuff. Like it's you're very lucky and blessed to have someone in your family. If you do, appreciate it, I guess. I don't know. I didn't want to get sentimental here. Let's talk crap. You know what I'm excited about? I'm excited about playing sports eventually. So I can't go for my weekly football game. I'm going to miss that this week, which is a bummer because I love. I'm not great at football, but I love the company and I love just playing a sport. And I'm trying to kickstart the basketball again. It's so hard. But what I'm excited about is a lot of time I play sports, I leave my contact lens off. I don't wear glasses while playing because it's such a problem. And now I'm just thinking, hey man, will this affect my game, like my ability? Like that would be really cool if it does. Like if I can shoot better suddenly, or I tend to goalkeep a lot in football. Maybe I'll block a few more shots than I normally do because I can see the ball coming faster at me. If I don't improve, I'm going to have to admit, it's going to be a little disappointing because I'll have to admit to myself that I suck. That my hand-eye coordination is just terrible regardless of my vision. All right. So I'm kind of nervous about playing the first few games when I do, just to see maybe stuff like billiards. Again, too often I play my stuff without my glasses on and everything. So I'm gonna go see if the world's any better because of that. Well, not the world, but my abilities. Do they improve? Right? Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to in the near future. Right? What else? What else did I say I'd talk about here? Nothing else, man. Look, my wife is flying off to the UK, and I'm genuinely worried about it because I'm like, it's so hot there. I don't know if she can bear it because people there aren't equipped with air conditions like we are here. But she'll get to see her family and friends. So I'm like, hey, go ahead, go. It's really fun because she's from Scotland, and I haven't heard yet if it's actually gotten warmer in Scotland. Not sure. Yeah, people are out about. My mom and dad are going to the States and then Canada. So they're going to these wonderful countries. I don't have any summer plans, man. I'm going to be podcasting. I just end up releasing more episodes to bore you guys with. That's my plan. My kid is going to be here in the summer with me. Most likely he's going to stick around because he loves me. If I go away for 2 seconds, he panics. And so my wife is like, all right, he'll probably feel better staying with you than coming along with me. There we are. I would have gone to the UK, but it's taking 6 to 8 weeks for people to process their visas. Yeah, I'm from one of those countries where you need a visa, and so I'm going to stick around for the summer. Guys, that's all that's going on in my life right now. I've shared every single thing I could in this moment. You know what I'm waiting for? My wife's gone to the mall. She's coming back with some gelato. It's my favorite. If you live in Dubai, I don't know if this branch is open in other places in the Middle East, but this place called La Romano, it has the best gelato, especially this one particular flavor that I don't know the name of. I really should find out what the name is. I just go in there like a little kid and I want this one, this colored one. I've recognized the texture. This is the one I want. And they always say the name and it's an Italian name and I'm just like, yeah, pack it up, pack a gallon. I love ice cream in general, but this one really kicks ass. So if you're in Dubai, do try it out. This isn't sponsored. I just love their stuff. And my wife's coming back from the mall where they have a branch. So I'm going to have some gelato and chill out. Meanwhile, try not to get burned, people. Enjoy your week. I'll catch you soon. Take care. Bye. Or as a dog would say, woof.